Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to New Game Plus, our weekly exploration of post-game and New Game Plus content in a variety of different games over time. Today we'll be continuing with our playthrough of Atelier Rorona DX on Nintendo Switch. Atelier Rorona is a game that somehow managed to remain relevant for about 10 years at this point, starting with the original PS3 version here, which was localized and published by NIS America, followed by the Plus version, which came out for PS3 and PlayStation Vita when Koei Tecmo took over the series, and most recently at the time of recording, the new Nintendo Switch, PC and PlayStation 4 versions. So last time we made some good progress, in fact we completed the second assignment, and now we've got a bit of free time on our hands. So let's make some good use of that, shall we?
Right. Hello. It's probably going to be quite a short one today because it's 10:30 on a Thursday night. I've had what can be politely described as a real shitter of a week. And, yeah, basically I'm pretty tired. But, you know, I don't want to let my gracious audience down by depriving them of teenage girls making explosives and flirtatious fathers and such like. So, here we are. Right, last time around we romped through the second assignment. We've now got 35 days left on that until the deadline. So what we'll probably do today is we will play through those 35 days, see how long that takes. And from there, we'll have a quick look at the third assignment, see if we can clear that quickly, and then wrap it up there. Sound good? Well, it better, because you don't have an option. Yeah. Right, so let us check over our assignments. We did most of these optional assignments. High quality bomb I don't think is going to happen just because we don't have high enough quality ingredients. We can do the barrel impact one though, no problem. And then the rest of the time I think we probably just want to grind out some quests and friendship. So let's go to the front desk. Sign up for some bits and bobs. Barrel, I've got 2 of them, but I do need them for... Oh, it is Tiffany, though. She can have one, it'll be fine. You can have the shitty one. Plain pie, you want 2 of them? Sure, why not? Polish powder, I have none of them. And I can't do any of the rest. Okay, so how are our friendship levels looking? Cordelia is at 23, Ixtal is at 20. Now, I think I mentioned last time that you can grind these up to 60 by taking them out on expeditions with you, which is great. So, the only other character we've got available to us at the moment is Sturk. So, I don't want to start grinding him up until we've got, at the very least, Cordelia up to 60. Ixtal I'm not quite so worried about because his sort of questline, storyline is not quite as dependent on friendship as it is on just taking him different places. So, right, let's go for a wander. Let's make sure we've got a barrel on us. Yes, so that's got 2 uses in it. And in total, we need to use a barrel 3 times. So we've already done it once, so 2 more uses is perfect. To the world map. And I think we'll go to the mines again because there's some really useful items to collect there. Thinking about it just before we go. Yeah, I did make a couple of these, didn't I? Let's see if those will get us through some of those rocks that we weren't able to break through. I'm not sure they're quite powerful enough, but we'll give it a go. Right, so the one with the rock we couldn't get through was that one, I think, the Spirit's Path. Yeah, because if you look at the map, there's an exit we haven't taken on here yet. So, let us abuse some of the local wildlife, as always. I keep meaning to redefine the music for this, because that's one thing you can do in Atelier Rorona Plus onwards, is you can reassign the music for all sorts of different parts of the game. Not the entire game, So like key story scenes still have the same music and all the dungeons still have the same music, but you can switch out the battle music, the boss music, the music for the shops, the music for town, the music for the world map. And I think that might be it. Maybe if we have time today, we'll have a look at that. Right, over the bridge. Puni abuse. Feels so good. Always feels so good. Right. Let's try the bag bomb. Nope. Not good enough. And I'm pretty sure that bomb we've got isn't good enough either. It's high quality, but it's a lower tier item, so... No, definitely not good enough. The bag bomb is slightly better, but it's still not quite good enough to pop that open. So we'll have to come back when we've got some of the better bombs. With most of the new assignments throughout the game, there tends to be some new recipe books to go and buy alongside the new assignments. So I'm guessing assignment 3 or 4 maybe we'll get the better stuff. All right, so let's just do a run through the mines and do some gathering along the way. Get some useful ores and things. Ah, see, that pony died straight away. That's because of one of the furnishings I've got, which is the lady's dumbbell. And if you've got that in the workshop, then that means that any monsters that are significantly lower level than you, you'll just defeat straight away. You won't get any experience for them, but you will get any item drops they have. So blue ponies like this are worth hardly any experience anyway, so it's not really worth concerning yourself with the lost experience. But later on, it's worth making a decision as to whether you do actually want to skip the fight or if you want to get the experience from it. Which sometimes you find you just want an easy fight to grind up a bit of experience, and that's fine. The way Atelier Rorona works, I'm not sure if it's the same in this one, is that once you get to a point where you can flatten an enemy without fighting them, is just walking into them will always give you the advantage over them. I'm not sure if that works in the same way in this one, but given that this came out after Rorona, it's fairly likely that that happens, but don't quote me on that. Not that anyone quotes me on anything, but, you know, just saying. Right, stuff. Onwards. So let's have a peep at the ore area. There's some bits and pieces here. Stim stones are quite good for making one of the ingots, I think. Not that we're really wanting for equipment at the minute, but I think the ingots are worth a fair bit of alchemy experience, so if nothing else, you can sort of grind up Rorona's alchemy level a bit with them. Even if you're not actually going to use them to craft any equipment with. Those pebbles are pretty much worthless, but it's I tend to have a few on hand because if you just need something disposable to make an easy item like a supplement or something, it is possible to get high quality pebbles later in the game. And so they have their uses, but they're not exactly a key part of any recipes or anything like that. In fact, I think the only thing you have to use them for throughout the game is that that quest we did in the previous episode where you get paid a ludicrous amount by Cordelia. Because she's trying to be your mysterious benefactor to Rorona from the shadows. And doing a fairly poor job of it. Because SD rumbles her immediately. I do like this game. It's just such a wonderful, comfortable atmosphere to it. Just everything is just so nice. I mean, even when you're fighting demons like we're doing here, it's just so nice. Everyone's just having such a good time. Given all the bleakness and moaning and bullshit we have to put up with elsewhere in the world today, it's just such a blessed relief to have something that's colourful, that's enjoyable, that remembers how to relax and just have a good time. Sorry, I'm probably sounding quite grumpy today, aren't I? But it's been a very long week. Not really anything especially bad either. It's just been one of those weeks that it's been hard work to get through, if you know what I mean. But it's nearly over. In fact, by the time you're watching this, it may well be over. In which case, yay! It's the weekend. We're so over-leveled at this point, it's great. Just because that equipment is letting us fight stuff that is will normally kind of exhaust you in your first playthrough. Like it'll drain a lot of your resources, your hit points, your magic points, all that sort of thing. But because we can defeat that stuff so quickly and easily now, we're just able to get into a lot more fights, grind up a lot more experience than we would be able to, and we're just way ahead of schedule in terms of levels. Shitty bomb. I'll keep that on hand just in case. And once again it occurs to me I've been forgetting to use the barrels again, haven't I? Let's rectify that. Real shitty barrel. Didn't even kill him. Right. You. And just for good measure, Blue Puni. This is total overkill, but Puni abuse. There we go. Alright, that should take care of that request. There it is. Lovely. What was I doing? Completely forgotten. Never mind. Spirit's Path we already had a look at, so we'll skip that for now. We will pop to the couple of dead ends, because they have some quite nice items in usually. There we are. You see there's a gold gathering point over there. That means that the items in there are higher quality or unique. And so generally speaking, if you have the inventory space, you'll want to gather from those whenever possible. Because they will get you some slightly better items than usual. God, another level. Jesus. See, it's actually quite a challenge to reach level 50 by the end of the base game on your first playthrough, but yeah, we're going to romp through it at this rate. One of the endings that I wouldn't mind trying to get this time around is the Adventurer ending, which requires Rorona and Cordelia to both be at level 50, and you also have to beat several of the super bosses in the game as well. So that's a good one to try and take aim for on a New Game Plus run. But I think I've mentioned before as well, one thing that Atelier Rorona Plus added, and which is obviously the same in Atelier Rorona DX, is that unlike the original game, where you could only fulfill the conditions for one ending... Hello? Sturg's pigeon. You've finished the assignment in 8 minutes. Stop complaining. You've completely lost my train of thought there. What was I saying? Evidently doesn't matter all that much. It's alright, that's probably really frustrating for you, isn't it? If I just broke off in mid-sentence, and it's entirely possible that you want to know what I had to say, but now you'll never know. Largely because I'll never know. Alright, I think we're done here for now. Let's go home. Oh yeah, I was talking about the adventure ending, wasn't I? Yeah. And how you unlock endings in this. So the original Atelier Rorona, you could only fulfill the conditions for one ending at once. And the way the endings work in the original Atelier Rorona is there's a normal ending, there's a good ending, and a true ending. And attached to those are certain characters. So you can only get the ending for Cordelia if you get the true ending, for example, but you can only get the ending for Ixel if you get the good ending, if I remember rightly. It's something weird like that. And in the original Atelier Rorona, what you had to do is you had to basically gimp your own performance to get specific endings, whereas they changed that completely for Atelier Rorona Plus, much to the relief of everyone. And so from Atelier Rorona Plus onwards, you can fulfill the conditions for multiple endings. So if you fulfill the conditions for the true ending, you've also fulfilled the conditions for the good ending and the normal ending as well. And so what that means is when you reach the end of the game, you actually get a choice from all the endings that you have met the conditions for, and you can pick which one you want to see. And what that means in practice as well is you can save just before the end of the game and see all of them, which is nice. Means you don't have to play through the game repeatedly if you don't want to. Quite how practical it is to unlock the conditions for all of the endings in one run through, I don't know. But we'll see how we do. I'm certainly planning to try and do as much as we can. With the minimum I want to be getting the true ending and perhaps the adventurer ending. Well, certainly an ending I haven't seen. So the adventurer ending would be good. Or maybe the Geo ending, because I haven't really done many of Geo's events. Geo hasn't shown up in the story, I don't think, just yet. So, alright, let's go do some quests. Because I'm sure we've got some shit that we can hand in. Look, I have 31 of them. You are welcome to them. There you go. Stimstones, you can have some of those as well. Fest, plenty of them. Alchemy coal. That's for Cordelia. Ingot for him. I will take those, because those are both easy things to make. Black tea is also easy to make, I think. Yes. Tri-berries. No, I don't have any of either of those, so we'll leave those. Let's also go turn in that sub-assignment. Lovely. I'm not even going to try with that high-quality bomb thing, because that's just not going to happen, I don't think. So, to the workshop. And I've already forgotten what we were supposed to be making. So, 1 alchemy coal, 1 ingot, and 2 black tea. Right. Alchemy coal. Now, as usual, I will try and make the most efficient possible use of my time here. So, these take half a day to make, so I may as well make 2 of them. And then I can save the other one for a later time. Let's make it reasonable quality, because the friendship quests, if you make slightly better quality items, then you get a slightly bigger boost to the friendship rating, I think. Again, that's definitely how it works in Mirroroo. I'm not sure if they ported that back into Rorona, but it would make sense if they did. Right, so one of them. What else was there? An ingot. Now, these do take 1 day to do, so we'll just do one of them. Again, we'll make a reasonable quality one. Save those berries, because they're all we've got of those at the minute, and they're quite high quality, so I don't want to waste them on just an assignment like this. Yeah, see, ingots are pretty good for experience, so we maybe grind up some of those in a little while. And 2 black tea. So 2 of them. Some decent quality stuff. Oh, here's one thing I don't think we've come across yet. If you look at the bar that's underneath the ingredient that says sleep recovery there and poison recovery there, this is the effect of an item. And so different items, independently of the quality, will do different things when you use them as ingredients. So if I put this glowgrass in the black tea as the plant ingredient, the black tea will cure poison. But if I put this candied branch in there, it will cure sleep instead. And when you look at the recipe, if you look over on the right hand side there, you'll see all the different possible effects that you've got over there. So there's basically 2 groups in this one. We've got the recovery side of things, so we can cure sleep, poison, or slow. Not all 3. One of those 3 using ingredients. And then there's some just sort of quality descriptors as well. So we've got tangy, bitter, and sweet. And so the different ingredients that you use, they will end up with those various effects according to the ingredients that you've used. And so you see, if we just use normal water, we end up with a tangy tea. Alright, let's turn those in. And there might be some more quests by this point as well, as they refresh every few days. There we go. Healing salve, I've got loads of them. So yes, you can have 2 of them. Uni, got plenty of them. Library, still not got any barrels. I don't have any cabbage soup. Yeah, I can make that. Barrels. Don't have the stuff for that. So let's go make some soup. Again, may as well make best possible use of the time. It's not as if cabbages or water are hard to come by. Oh, did I see an event there? Yes, I did. It's the pervy old man again.
この間お母さんにすごく怒られたのにまだ懲りてないの？
違うんだ。これには理由が。
理由って
いいか、ティファナさんは若くて綺麗で、そして何より未亡人だ。
それで
それ以外に何の理由がいるんだ？
知らないよ。わけわかんないこと言わないでよ。
そうだ、ライアンさんの言う通りだ。
正義は我々にある。いやー、ライアンさん、あんたとはいい酒が飲めそうだ。
The great justice of lusting after a pretty young widow.
もう意味がわかんない。
Right. Oh, no. There.
こんにちは。ところで、どのいこれ
Yeah, why not?
お疲れさ
Beast fur, got shitloads of that.
お疲れさ。
Everything is so much easier this time around. So it's like, yeah, I think we're done. If you look at my reputation now, by this point in my first playthrough, I was nowhere near 26.7% reputation. So it's just a lot easier to grind up all this stuff now, which is great, because that leaves us with plenty of free time to make sure that we can fulfill the conditions for the endings and events. Right, I'm going to make some ingots of various types to get some experience.
どれを使おう。どれを
Experience is always helpful. They don't have to be particularly high quality. We'll just use some shitty eggs for the oil ingredient.
どうするよ。
Ah, fucked it up.
失敗しちゃった。どの特性をつけようかな。
But you still get experience when you fuck up.
レベルアップ。
So that's good.
よし、あとはしばらくかき混ぜるだけっと。あれ？
The perils of alchemy.
材料ダメにしちゃった。
That is a broken pile of shit, young lady. Do better.
何を作ろうかな。
Right.
これなら簡単。
9 ingots.
どれを使おう。
This is where the shitty pebbles come in. Let's just make some shitty pebble ingots with some eggs. Guess we are going to use the berries. Oh well, I'm sure there's more where that came from.
これで、それじゃ調合するよ。
Usually up the days nice and quickly as well. There we go.
どの特性をつけようかな。
Look at all that experience. Lovely.
レベルアップ。何を作ろうかな。
Right, let's make some cloth while we're here as well.
なんとかなるかな。
Oh, no.
もし何を作ろうかなんとかなるかな。もしか
Yeah, if you look, if I take that up to making 3 of them, I'll be using more MP than Rorona has currently got, which drops the success rate right down. I think it drops it down by 50% or so. So we'll make 2 for now, and then we'll have a rest.
使おう。どれを使おう。これ、それじゃ調合するよ。できた。
Again, cloth is the other thing that's quite good for experience.
何を作ろうかな。
Right, let's take a break and get some magic points back.
これくらい休もう。
This here. This is the thing I missed the most in Atelier Rorona. In Atelier Rorona, you can tell Tottori to rest for a few days. But it doesn't tell you how much she's going to recover each day, so you just have to guess. And that's really irritating. So in this game and in Meru, you can see exactly how much she's going to recover each day, so you know how long you have to rest in order to get back all your MP.
おやすみなさい。
Right, 4 days left. Any more quests? Bag bomb, yeah, you can have those because they're not very good. Got loads of them. And these are all things that need making, I think. Okay, so yeah, we do want to grind up Tiffany's friendship level. Yay. Because, as I've mentioned a couple of times before, you can unlock the wholesale system, which is massively useful. We'll also grind up Ixel as well, because it saves us having to cart him around all over the place quite so much. And this will probably take us up to the deadline. So, a couple of coal. And some stew. Oh, I can only make one of them. I think that's probably the water we're running low on. So let's just go and grab some of that from the well, because it's free. Give me all the water. That'll do. Alright, and how many did we need? 2. Again, I'll make 3. Because I can. In a shocking turn of events, you put salt and stuff, it becomes salty. Who'd have thought it? Ingots, yes, got loads of them. You are welcome to them. Iron and clay, I have loads of them as well. And everything else we're a bit short of. Alright, let's do something that will take us up to the deadline. I think probably making the pie will do that. I'm lacking stuff. Pie ingredients are pretty straightforward though, I think, so let's accept that. And let's just check what we need. So we need candied branch, flour and water, and we are lacking the candied branch, which I think we can get from Tiffany's. Yeah, there we are. Give me all of your candied branches. And I shall make pie. I shall make 5 pies. And they shall be moderately okay pies. 1 experience. Hardly seems worth it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Have the rest of the ones I just bought. Loads of them. Still got some of them left over. This is why it's good to sort of overmake, because then you can just clear stuff quickly like this. And then 1 more day to deadline. So I think just for a suitably anticlimactic end to this assignment, let's sleep.
今日はもうどれくらい休もう。おやすみな。
There we go. It's important to get rest as well as working hard.
こうしてここで会うのは
人かんだ。
まだしばらく時間がかかりそうだ
ごめんな
な。無理に喋らなくていい。痛みが引くまでの間に今回
Yay, we did it!
完璧だな。これ
本当ですか？
この分なら次の仕事も問題なくこなせるだろう。
Right, so this next assignment, we have a document that contains information on how to make several things. So this will give us some new recipes. And so we just have to make a whole bunch of those specific recipes.
一冊のレシピからできるだけアイテムを。
ああ、これがそのレシピだ。城の宝物庫に長いこと放置されていたらしい。
ありがとうございます。
ああ、正直なところ我々では
私の判断。
Alright, so I think what we'll do, we'll just go and get prepped for this third assignment rather than getting too wrapped up in it. We'll go and make sure we've got all the new recipes that are available to us. Because we get a few from... Just from starting this assignment, we get a few. And we've cleared a sub-assignment already, which is nice. And we got some events, so let's go do those. And then that'll do for today.
こんにちは。またいつでも来てね。エスティさん、前から
I think this is where we start unlocking new tiers of Esti's shop, which is quite handy. Spend some of those tickets we've been earning.
何かしら。エスティさん、ステレクさんに先輩って呼ばれてますよね。
あら嬉しい。でも残念ながら私の方が年齢も職歴もちょっとだけ上よ。
そうなんだ。エスティさんはおいくつなんですか？
ロロナちゃん、人生の先輩から一つアドバイス。目上の女性には年齢を聞かないこと。絶対に
Sound advice.
何があっても。
はい、ごめんなさい。
別に謝らなくてもいいのよ。
なんだろう。
こんにちは。またいつでも来てね。
We've obviously got a whole bunch of Esti events stored up.
ロロナちゃんも
そんなことないですよ。
ロロナちゃんはちゃんとやってる。そこで相談なんだけど。
難しいですか？
大丈夫よ。実はね、
贅沢な注文？
そう。例えば、でもできれば一緒。
Here we are. So this is the overclear system, which allows you to... up until now, we've just had one objective for a job. But with the overclear system, what happens is you have extra optional objectives on those things as well, which is... Well, Esti's explaining it. I'll let her explain what's going on.
何かを持ってきてって場合でも、できれば品質が高い方が嬉しいなとかね。もちろんそれができなくても文句は言われないんだけど。まあ口で言うより実際やってみてもらった方が早いわね。とこんな感じ。特に期限は設けないけど、早めに持ってきてくれると助かるわ。それと今回はちゃんと贅沢な注文をクリアしてないと受け取れん。
わかりました。でも、
それは秘密。
ちょっと気になるけど。
Alright. More events. On with the Ixel.
あれ、どうしたの、イクセ君。
ああ、ちょっと考え事しててさ。
店のデザートメニューを増やそうと思うんだけど。
デザートか。
本当か？どんなデザートだった？
そんないっぺんに聞かれても。
そうか。じゃあ今度作ってきてくれよ。出来が良かったらそのまま店に並べるからさ。
And the usual scene with her parents, where they give her a bunch of useless crap and then bugger off.
ちょうど今アトリエに行こうかと思ってたのよ。はい、これ。こないだの旅行のお土産。
Right. Let's get those recipe books, if there are any, available. Nothing from Haggle this time. There's one from Ixel. So a couple of new recipes from him. And sometimes Tiffany has some as well.
少し在庫を補充しておいたわ。どれ
Yep, there we go.
でいいのかしら。ありが
Lovely stuff. Let's just take care of Esti's request and then we're done. Lots of new stuff. So Esti wanted 3 supplements of a quality level higher than 60, which should be pretty easy to do. So 3 supplements, prioritize the quality level, and then we want ingredients that are 60 or higher. Conveniently, we've got 3 that are 60 quality right there, so let's use those. There we go. Quality exactly 60. Perfect.
ねえ、ロロナちゃんって普段あちこち冒険に行ってるみたいだけど。
そうですね。
うん、最近ちょっと体がなまってきた気がするのよね。そのうちステルク君に負けるようなことにでもなったらシャレ。
エスティさんってステルクさんより強いんですか？
強いかどうかはわからないけど、一応先輩だからね。とはいえずっとここで受付仕事ばかりやってるから、こうなるのも仕方ないわよね。
That's right, Esti is a playable character in this one as well, which she wasn't in the original Atelier Rorona. And I think she might have been DLC for Atelier Rorona Plus. I can't remember.
そういえば頼んでたお仕事もう。
There we go. All done.
あ、持ってきてくれたのね。さすがロ。今回は私からの依頼だったけど、さてそんなわけで、そうなのよ。最近はこれくらいやらないと依頼を受けてくれる人がいなくてね。
エスティさんも。
まあ別に私がお金払ってるわけじゃないけどね。まあとにかく引換券が多いほどいいものがもらえるから、頑張ってたくさん集めてみてね。
わかりました。よーし、頑張るぞ。
Right, so from this point on, I believe the various milestones we get at the reputation, so the star ratings on the popularity rating in the corner, each time you go up a level of those, Esti's shop will now start going up a tier at a time with each one, and that will mean you have access to better items to purchase with the vouchers. But for now, let's call it a day, and I can go to bed and sleep. Didn't mean to save in a new start, but never mind. Anyway, that was Atelier Rorona DX for another week. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be a little bit more awake for the next episode of this, I'm sure. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moe Gamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buying me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.